Hey guys, Tasha here at Mind, Body, and Soil, where I garden in my backyard in Zone 6B. I wanted to come on and show a few of the medicinals that I am starting from seed. I do gather my seeds from a few different places. None of them are sponsors. And I also want you to know that you don't need any special equipment, utensils, tools, or anything. Use what you have and just start somewhere. This is a quick setup that I'm doing upstairs in my kitchen with some odd and ends, things that don't match, so they're not the cutest, but I am going to get my seeds started. I am going to have these medicinals so that I am able to take care of myself and my family, whether it's by tincture, tea, capsule, however I choose to use these medicinals. I am going to start somewhere. So I encourage you to do the same. Here's a few of some of the medicinals that I'm starting at this time. I will come back with a longer content over on my YouTube at Mind, Body, Soil. And in the end, I will show you just a quick clip of what it looks like after I've sown 2 seeds in each pocket with things that I already have at home. I hope this encourages somebody to start some seeds, whatever it is, whatever that looks like for you. I know some of these seed packets are pretty small, but some of the things that I'm starting here is ashwagandha, black cohosh, rosemary, St. John wort, black sesame, cumin. I believe I did some wild sienna, holy basil or tulsi basil. Just a few other medicinals that I plan to add to my garden that I don't already have started, like my culinary herbs. Those are started in another place. This here is just some of the medicinals that I do put out every year. Plus, I do have stuff that's perennial that will obviously come back for me, but I still like to start extra, whether I need to give it away, or a plant just get ruined. I want to make sure that I have enough. So over here, as you see that I am sowing these seeds, I do try to put 2 to 3 seeds in each cell just to ensure that I do get germination and at least one plant. Later, I will go through and thin out if need be. But again, you can see some of the labels that I'm using. Again, those are old. They're these metal label tags I got from Amazon last year. I used a pen to write on them, and they do like an indent mark, so you're able to see them. This year, I just wiped them down, cleaned them with some peroxide, and used my Sharpie, and we are using these things again, okay? The goal here is to save money and be healthy at the same time, right? So we're going to be smart. We're going to use what we have. And then I do want to mention this. Make sure you are reading your seed packets. With a lot of herbs, a lot of medicinals in general will cause for different needs. So some may need cold stratification. That is one of the more common that I do know. And whether you do the winter sowing method or just putting them in your freezer for whatever the amount of time is, and that will be on your seed pack. Some things may say 2 to 3 weeks. Some things may say 3 months. So just be mindful of that. Anything that needs to be scarred, whether you take a piece of sandpaper or a little knife and kind of rub at that seed, or maybe it needs to be soaked overnight for a higher success of germination, just make sure you're reading your seed packets. Otherwise, I know for me, I've seen some things and I'm, oh my goodness, why have this not germinated? I've tried this 3 times. Well, I probably didn't read the seed packet and probably just thought, give me some soil, give me some water, and let's get these seeds in there. So just make sure you are reading those packets. And also, I try to use the rule of thumb, if it's a smaller seed, it probably will need more light to germinate versus a bigger seed may need to be, a quarter inch down into the soil. Whatever it may be, just make sure you read your packet so that you can get the highest germination rate as possible. Just don't give up and don't be discouraged. If something don't germinate this time, try it again. Try it a different way. Maybe somebody else told you it works this way, but that was probably in their zone. So try for yourself and keep trying until you get it right. So for me, with the ones that I'm doing right now today, I just wanted to show you quickly what I was doing here. I will come back more in depth with a list of all of the medicinals that I do have, whether I've already started them or they're perennial to me. And also let me know in the comments if you would like to know what I do with these. Is this something that I make a tea with, or is this something that I dry and put into a capsule for my family, or do I make a tincture with this, or even a polis? Let me know if that's something that you'll be interested in, and maybe we can come back and do a video as I prepare some of those medicines as well too. I do make a lot of syrups, whether it's a cough syrup, immune boosting syrup. My daughter, she likes for her herbs to come by way of capsule, whereas she's not drinking a tea or, taking a tincture. So I do put some things in capsules as well. For me, I'm a tea drinker, so I can just have everything that I need in my tea. I can probably drink 4 or 5 cups of tea a day, but that's just me. I also do make tea tinctures for my family as well. My dad really enjoys tinctures, so I do a lot more tinctures for him. And you can also do tinctures, of course, with the alcohol base, but also with a vegetable glycerin as well for your base if you are not into the alcohol. But these are all things that I do plan to do this year on the channel. If these are things that y'all are interested in, I would love to record and take you guys on this journey with me. Just a way of being more self-sufficient, right? Growing our own medicine and healing our own bodies, our own self, right? So those are things that you guys are interested in. I hope that you would consider subscribing to the channel and becoming a part of the fam over here. I want us all to live well, and whatever living well looks like to you. I hope that this is inspiring you to want to start somewhere. And even if it's vegetables, of course, I do grow my vegetables and I do have a ton of that as well. And this year I have already included my cut flowers. I want to get a lot more into cut flowers as well as being able to dry my own arrangements. So I've ordered some seeds for that. So I plan to do all of that. If that's something that you may enjoy or you're interested in, let me know down in the comments. I would love for you to come and hang out with me as I go on this journey again of living my best life, being my best version of me. And I hope it inspires you to want to do the same. So a little bit further here, we're going to see that I have some on the top heavier vermiculite that I've topped off the seeds. And then there's some areas where there isn't. If the seed needs light to germinate versus not leading light, so then I won't put vermiculite on top if it is a seed that needs light. If it's a seed that needs to go underneath the soil, I will then heavily top off the top of that seed tray with vermiculite. I know it's not everybody's thing, but I actually care to use vermiculite to top mine off. It does help a little bit with getting nets. Now, all seeds don't look the same. We can see this seed here is like a little fuzzy something. So I'm hoping that I don't get a lot of germination in one because they were pretty hard to pull apart. And then here also at the bottom of the tray where you see the water is, that is me bottom water feeding. So my soil before I started, if I did not share, I did pre-moisten my soil. Things work out better that way. And when I'm done and I put vermiculite on top, I do go over and mix with my bottle of water just to make sure that the soil wetness does come in contact with the seed that I'm putting here. Another thing that I don't think I mentioned yet is I do separate my seeds. So if it's something that needs to be cold stratified, for me in my winters, because it is so cold here, I do use the winter sowing method, and that is using the milk containers, putting some holes at the bottom, putting my seeds in with the moistened soil, and then taping it back up and leave it out all winter. I do have pretty good success with that. If it is something that needs to have some scarring done, then I will tend to sow those seeds at the same time versus, having to go back and forth. And if you don't have enough milk containers, I've used water bottles, 2-liter pop bottles, juice containers. I just make sure that they are clear. They're not, colored in dark so that the sun is able to get through. And with that soil being moistened, the winter being cold, I do go out and periodically check them. And if they are noticeably dry, I'll give it some more water. But for the most part, with the rain, with the snow, the condensation, they do seem to stay moistened up until spring. And when spring comes, then I do go out and make sure that they are moistened. Another thing I like to use from the Dollar Tree are those plastic cake containers with the bottoms that are white and the clear lids. That is good because it holds in condensation as well. This over here is that quick and easy setup using things that I do have at home, and I hope this encourages you. Start somewhere, get to growing. I hope you'll consider subscribing. Bye for now.